Hey everyone, it's Keighley here, and today I'm sharing a process video for Pretty My Page. Um, the cut file I'm using today is the Simple Star. Now, the reason I wanted to use this one is because I think there's so many different looks you can get from just a star shape. Once I downloaded it onto my software, I played around with positioning the stars. Um, I copied it and multiplied it because there's lots that you can do once you get the digital cut files. You can alter them to suit yourself. And I copied the cut file 4 times and positioned it down the right side of my page in different sizes. I also just created a simple rectangle shape on the software so I could get the idea of the size my photo would be. And once I'd cut that, I attached it to this pattern paper from the field trip collection. And I decided that I would hand stitch around each of the cut out stars. So that's just what I'm doing here. I'll just show you a little glimpse and then I'll go and finish it off camera. The photo I'm going to be scrapping today is one of my nephew Corey. This was taken on his 3rd birthday. We'd gone to visit him. He was having a little party, and my kids really enjoyed themselves playing with the cousin and his friends, and their other cousins were there as well. And it was just a really lovely afternoon, and I'd snapped this photo of my nephew after he'd opened his birthday present that we'd got him. He was PJ Masks obsessed at the time. And I got him this little play set. I think it had Play-Doh and things like that in, so his mum and dad were very happy with me on that day. But he really loved it, and he was just so happy, and he were having a really good time. And he is such a character. He's such a little chatterbox. His speech is amazing for his age, and he never stops talking. He's so funny to be around, and some of the things he comes out with, it's like he's a little old man. It's really cute. So I backed my photo with some pattern paper. I think it was like a ledger paper, and I just had a little cut off, so I used that to back the photo. And I've also pulled out these die cuts from the die cut pack. And even though this photo has zero to do with space or anything like that, I just really liked the theme for this photo. I think it worked well for his age. And I really like the colours as well. And his mum will be really pleased because she absolutely loves stars. When he was a little baby, all his clothes had stars and things on. So I was going more for that sort of theme. And obviously these space elements just work really well with the star theme. These are a few things that I've pulled out beforehand. They're in colours that I thought would work really well, and things that I wanted to possibly include on the layout. I'm cutting the little astronaut's leg off, but I needed to tuck him in, and I'd already attached the photo. A lot of these elements I've actually fussy cut from pattern paper, something I really, really love to do, and to get more from a collection than if I was just to use the pre-bought embellishments. So I've got the little astronaut there that I've fussy cut. There's some planets that I've also fussy cut, and these little books as well. There's a rocket that I've put at the bottom, which I also fussy cut from pattern paper, and this happy as well. I'm going to use the happy as part of my title for this page. So I've kind of got an idea now of how I want this layout to go, and I'm going to start attaching these embellishments down. I think I do stick a lot down with glue, and I pop a few bits upon foam just to add different levels throughout the page. The books that I fussy cut, I went again for the space theme, but also the colour as well. I'm going to pop this one up on foam. And I just think it's a really cute boy theme. I mean, you can do, you know, for a girl as well, you could do space layout. I'm sure girls would love that just as much. I think my Darcy actually would. Maybe something I need to do in the future, as I've got lots of this collection left. I only bought it, I think, back in November, and I've made a couple of layouts with it, but not tons. So I've got quite a lot left to use up. And like I said, I've fussy cut a full sheet of paper with lots of different symbols and icons on. So I've got lots to actually work with. I'm going to pop this rocket up on foam and put that down there. I think I do try and tuck something else in, but it just doesn't work in the end, so I scratch that idea. And a little word sticker here, which I decided to pop up on foam as well. And I really love the colour scheme for this layout. Orange isn't really something I tend to use that much. Mainly, you know, maybe summer layouts with the, you know, with lots of bright colours on, or, you know, autumnal layouts, they have quite a bit of orange in, but it's not really something I'd normally just pick out, so I really like how this looks. These are just a few embellishments that I'd put on my desk to possibly use, so I start having a look in what I've got here that would work well, and I pick out some stars from this pack of Bramble Fox perspectives in matching colours. They still have the backing on there, so I need to peel that off before I stick them down. So I've gone with 3 of those in like a tealy light blue colour. And now these are like little pearls. They've been in my stash for possibly around 10, 11, 12 years, around about that mark. So they've been there for a long time. And as you saw there was one with just one little pearl gem type thing on. So I've managed to use that one up. I mentioned in a previous video about my cat sitting on everything at the moment, and her keeps getting stuck to everything. So I was just getting that off of there. I'm just taking the backing now off the Bramble Fox perspectives and attaching those on with glue. Now I'm not sure how well this glue will hold them on. Obviously it's something I'll have to keep an eye on, and if they start coming off then I'll have to look for something different to attach those on with. But for now, you know, they seem to have worked quite well. I've had these labels in my stash for a couple of years, so I tried to use one of those, but I didn't really have anywhere for it to go. And now I'm going to come in with the rest of my title. It does take me a while to shift it about a little bit to get it exactly where I wanted it to go. But here's the layout finished. Thank you everyone for watching, and please do check out Pretty My page and have a look at all Lisa's wonderful cut files.